Hi everyone, today we're on our way to a local car show called Kultschlitten. It's about 50 kilometers away from Linz here in Upper Austria. And I'm expecting a mixed bag of cars to be there. Obviously a lot of Mercedes and BMWs, some Austrian made cars, and hopefully a few British ones. The weather's good and we're all set for a very interesting day. So we've brought the Rover up to a car show this Saturday, up in the hills in Upper Austria, called Kultschlitten, literally cult sleds. And there are plenty of cult sleds around here, and we are parked next to a 2CV with a rather meaty sound system in the back, and another one next to it. This is actually an unfinished project, but it's going to sound pretty awesome when he's finished with it. A couple have parked themselves in front of our Rover. I think that TR4 belongs to them. And a very well parked Jaguar behind it. Now, if you're a fan of BMWs and Mercedes, you're in the right place, because here in Austria they are very popular, as you'll see as we go around. But also there's lots of unusual surprises on the way around too. This Saab, (916 valve), and I don't see that very often. It's a Fiat 128 Sport L. And a well patinaed Opel Capitan. It says V8 on the front. Let's have a look in the engine to see what if it really is. Yeah, there it is. Very nice. So lots of these around too. These are Steyr Puchs. They're made in a local factory in Steyr, here in Upper Austria, on the Fiat 500 basis. Very popular, and see a lot of those as we go around. Ubiquitous Mercedes, a Lancia Integrale. They do love their American cars here in Austria. Obviously a VW Jetta and an Opel GTE. Now these sort of cars in Austria are called young timers. There's an advert for a young timer meeting there. The old cars like the Rover are called old timers, and cars which are maybe 20-30 years old are called young timers. It's an old Opel record. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't put information in front of their cars, so I can't really see exactly the dates. And as Austrian cars change their number plates with their owners, there's no way of telling the date of the car from the number plate, only where it comes from. For example, this car UU comes from Upper Austria, and this Beetle here comes from GM, which is Gmunden. So unlike in the UK, where a number plate stays with the car for all its life, the plate changes every time the owner changes, and that signifies that you have insurance. You can't have a number plate without insurance. So again, unlike the UK, it's the car which is insured, not the person, which makes some sense to me. So if you get a driver driving a car with a number plate on, the car is insured, and you have an accident, the car is insured. Doesn't matter who's driving it. Therefore, there are no uninsured drivers. Here's a beautiful Opel 1900 GT. Cars still arriving here just after lunchtime. It's a very popular meeting. Comes a lot of 7. It's an Opel Commodore, 2.5 litre, followed by another old Austrian Steyr. Bit of a Cyclops light going on there. Steyr did a lot of things in combination with Fiat. 2 Opel Commodores here, Opel Senators actually. This is a Senator. This looks rather plush inside. Can't see it too much. Yeah, that's an Opel Senator, and that one belongs to Rob. RO, Rohrbach, Rob 1. Personalised number plates are not as expensive here as they are in England. As long as there is no one else with the same number plate in your area, you can have basically what you want. And it's about, you pay 145 euros or something like that every 3 years. It's a nice BMW 2000 CS. We'll go this way. Oh, this is a beautiful Ford Taunus GXL. And my mate Roy's taxi. There's a lovely Volvo. Not many British cars around here. It's an MGA 1600. Back of an Alfa Sprint. Lots of Mercedes and Audis. It's the back end of an Opel Record. Yeah, this is the club where the show's being held at. Kultschlitten, Young and Old Timer Club. That's the meeting. Treffen is meeting in German. And all sorts here. Some old Opels. Here's an old Ford Taunus. One and a half litre. And here's a Ford Sierra, a real one. All looks present and correct, even the Recaro seats. Parked next to this cavernous country squire. So very early BMW. This one's for sale, 2,160 euros. It's a Fiat Tipo. A very tidy Volkswagen in hearing aid beige. And a Diane taxi. And a very, very tidy Lada. And there is a Lada club in Austria, there it is. The Lada Club Austria. Looks absolutely perfect. I don't know what that is, but it's an estate in my book. It's a VW buses as well. Big Opel record. And it's a little beach buggy, Steierpuch. There's the boys from the BMC club. With his Marina van. There it is, next to Steierpuch 500S. This one comes with a tuber inside it. Not sure if that was an optional extra or not. His number plate says Linzland Tuber 1, so I think that probably always lives in there. And another one next to it. And that brings us back round to the first round and back in front of the Rover.
Cadillac Bel Air.